You know what was disappointing? Revelations. Now I know nobody's gonna watch this video because who the hell comes to me to watch zombies anyway, but I'm gonna make this video regardless. So strap in your seatbelts, grab some popcorn, and get ready for a goddamn rant. The maps. Oh dear lord, the maps. Now let me get this straight. The maps that they chose for Revelations aren't bad in and of themselves, but the way they were implemented into Revelations is just plain bad. You've got 7 areas on the map. Noct, Origins, Mob of the Dead, Verrucht, Kino, Der Eisendrache, and Shangri-La. That's not counting the spawn room and this giant fuckworm flying around in outer space, which I'll get to later. First of all, Shangri-La. It's just the spawn room, so you can't even train or spend any valuable amount of time there. And just why Shangri-La? Really, you couldn't have put in Call of the Dead, or Shinonuma, or Ascension? Hell, even Buried? Like, any map better than Shangri-La. The worst map in Black Ops 1. Come on, guys, get real. And Der Eisendrache. Why do we have a map in Black Ops 3 in Revelations? It's not a classic map. Why the fuck?
I'm a sucker for medieval castles.
Oh, right. Fucking medieval castles. And don't give me that bullshit, well, you need to have the anti-gravity. Shut the fuck up. You could have just as easily put Moon in Der Eisendrache's place and still had anti-gravity. That is a bullshit excuse, and you all know it. The Mob of the Dead area is completely unusable because it's just the cafeteria. Now yeah, the cafeteria was iconic. It was a really good spot in Mob of the Dead. But you can't stay there in Revelations. We couldn't have had the catacombs, or the courtyard area outside where Juggernog was, or God forbid, the Golden Gate Bridge so we could actually train there. And you've got Noct, which they completely fucked up. They just ruined Noct by adding all these different pathways and destroying parts of the map so they could put these challenge podiums. And yeah, you can't even do anything in Noct anymore outside of buy Jug, which is just pointless. And then you've got Kino. Oh dear lord, Kino. Now I've been training on the stage in Kino der Toten since 2010, when Black Ops 1 first came out. My high round record on Black Ops 1 was 47 on Kino der Toten. My high round record on Revelations is 73 on Kino der fucking Toten in Revelations. And yes, after playing the map multiple times and getting to round 73, it does get just a little bit boring. This map was supposed to last us 18 months, like until the next Call of Duty, Treyarch, Black Ops, World at War II, whatever the hell they're gonna make game. This map barely lasted us 2 months. We figured out everything within the first 2 months that the map had been out. And if there is any more Easter eggs left over, they're too complicated to find and nobody wants to put in the effort to actually get them because it's just not worth the trouble. Speaking of Easter eggs, the Easter egg on the map is disappointing as hell. We spend the entire fucking Easter egg getting bones from the Apothecon servant that are scattered around the map, putting those bones together in Noct, spawning Sophia, and then having her shoot the Shadow Man so she can get rid of his bubble shield, so you can shoot at him until he backs up into the mouth of a dead fuckworm, and then a book is gonna shoot a laser at him and kill him. A fucking book. A book that has Apothecon writing on it. Let's get this straight. The Shadow Man, basically the guy who controls the Apothecons, is going to get shot by the player until he backs up into the mouth of a dead Apothecon worm, and then the Apothecon book that they probably use for their religious ceremonies or whatever the hell they do, is going to shoot a laser at King Apothecon's Shadow Man and kill him. What the fuck? Oh, and let's not forget, goddamn parasites. Oh, and let's also not forget fucking Margwas. Yeah, because apparently having a normal Margwa that walks around and tries to kill you with 3 heads is not enough. We have to have 4 separate elemental Margwas with different powers. One of them can spew lava out of his tentacles and the other one can spit purple skulls at you. Because why the fuck not? And then there's the bullshit about Dr. Monte, who introduces himself in the second to last map, just like Sophia. Yes, I know Sophia was introduced in World at War, but we never actually saw her until Gorod Krovi, so just deal with it. Seriously, who thought it was a good idea to have Dr. Monte just kind of appear, but not appear in Gorod Krovi and say, "Well, hello everybody. I'm fucking God, it's nice to meet you." And then in Revelations, he just pops up like, "Oh yeah, I'm sitting here in another dimension trying to communicate with you, but I keep getting cut off by some kind of ethereal interference. oh, and once you do all this hard work collecting bones and putting together a robot, I'm just gonna wipe you from existence, but then change my mind and send you back in time to repeat the fucking cycle all goddamn over again, son of a bitch! Well, I might as well just go play Origins then, because that's where our crew is gonna end up again. And again. And again. And
one eternity later.
And again. You know, the word Revelations means that something is going to be revealed, explained, something is going to be told to us that wasn't told to us before, but nothing was revealed to us. There was no revelation in the map Revelations, okay? There was just... We didn't get an explanation of the blood vials outside of the characters hinting towards the fact that they went to Mob of the Dead. Every time you go in that area, someone is like, well, we were at this prison, but Richthofen didn't say anything. Or, we were here, but Richthofen won't talk about it. It's his little secret. And it's like, okay, you're implying that the blood vials are from the Mob of the Dead crew, but I want confirmation. Hence the word Revelations, right? Like, that makes sense. I never got an explanation to the blood vials. Never got an explanation to the children or the house. Like, what is the house for? Is the house a heaven for the children? Is it a paradise? Is it a place of safety? Or is it just a prison? Because this does not look like Happy Nikolai. And this does not look like Happy Dr. Monte. It looks like he's just ominously staring at Nikolai, saying to him with his eyes, all right, you little wanker, go to your room for the rest of your life. Actually, no, you don't have a life because you're a soul now. Go to your room for the rest of eternity because this is a fucking prison and you caused havoc in the real world, so now we gotta keep an eye on you in the house. So just go play with your toys for the rest of eternity. Fuck off. And I know why Treyarch did this. They did this so they can continue the timeline somewhere else, whether it's in the comics or a new game, which I'm hoping to God they do not make zombies in their next game. Yes, I love zombies. It's a piece of my soul. I grew up with it, okay? But if you say you're going to end this series, which is a good thing, something that Call of Duty has never done up until zombies, end it! Just make a good ending, reveal all the mysteries to us, confirm everything, and then end it. But no, you had to leave all these plot holes open and continue the cycle so you could milk it for more money, and I'm disappointed in that entire prospect. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting, so I'm probably just going to pause the video, walk around my room until I think of something else, and come back and rant some more. Oh, and the fuckworm. I almost forgot about this guy. He is the star pupil of Revelations. You know, I wanted to blow up this guy like the skull on the dragon in Gorod Krovi, but no, of course not. We have to trap this fuckworm with electricity, and then we have to get eaten alive by him in order to activate the Pack-a-Punch. And then not only do we have to shoot the Pack-a-Punch out of this sack in his stomach, but we have to run around in his putrid stomach acid, just so we can use the damn Pack-a-Punch. Who thought this was a good idea? And to make things even more interesting, if you want to get back into the map, you've got to get shot out of one of his little holes. Just great job. So impressed. 10 out of 10. Would bang, totally. Actually, I'm just kidding, in case that wasn't obvious already. You know, I would have much rather preferred to have a teleport pad that brought us to Doris, and it was just the spawn room in Doris and we could Pack-a-Punch there. That would have been so much better than going inside this abomination. And then there's that part at the beginning in the cutscene where one of the giant fuckworms has a 115 meteor in its mouth and it shoots it into a portal, subliminally telling the audience, hey, this is how zombies started. So now when you go back and play World at War, your memories and nostalgia can be tainted by the fact that you know that 115 meteor in Shinonuma ended up there because a fucking space worm opened a portal with his mind and shot a meteor out of his mouth through the portal. Thanks a lot for ruining my childhood, Treyarch. And then there's this bullcrap at the end, where Dr. Maxis, who's in the summoning key, and Sophia fly into the Apothecan Sun and just suck all of the evil out of the universe, and it's like, okay, everything's fixed now. Really? That's all it took? That's it? That's it. You just fly into the Apothecan Sun and then suck all the evil out of the universe. That was it? Where did it go? Where did the Apothecans go? Did they get put in some corner of the universe with the rest of the shit that I've left over? Or, like, what the fuck? Where did they go? And then, of course, the characters use the blood vials, and they're still alive when they were supposed to be wiped from existence, so Dr. Monte gets mad, starts to erase them from the existence of the universe, and then says, oh, hang on a minute here, I'll just put them back in time, so then they can be the ancients, and the fucking cycle can continue again. As if we didn't already know about cycles and zombies, because the entire community had that figured out years before Black Ops 3 even released. So instead of getting the revelations we deserved, instead of knowing about the house and finding out about the blood vials and instead of having answers for all this stuff, and instead of getting the staves, oh my god, there's another point I need to rant about, the staves, or the staves if you're going to be particular about it. The staves from Origins were replicas of the ancient staves, right? And everybody thought that we were going to get to use the real staves of the ancients in Revelations. Nope. We just saw them in Kino on a fucking cardboard cutout. I thought Revelations was going to be an awesome map. I thought we were going to save Dr. Maxis, bring him out of the summoning key, and kill the Shadow Man with the staves of the ancients, and then obliterate the Apothecans and just wipe the universe of evil. I wasn't expecting this bullshit where they just create a black hole and then, oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine and dandy now, we just made a fucking black hole. If it was a black hole we needed, why didn't we just make a giant Gersh device and solve everything before all of this crap even started? And we never got an answer as to why Samantha has an American accent in Origins but a German accent in World at War and Black Ops 1. We never got an answer to how the continuity fits together, because think about it like this, right? Think about it like this. The ending cutscene in Origins has an alarm going off and then Dr. Maxis tells everybody to come to the basement, right? But then in Black Ops 3, it shows us that siren going off at the end of the Origins cutscene was our crew arriving at the house just before Revelation. So that means, in the timeline, that the entire story of Black Ops 3 happens before Origins, and then at the end of Origins, the crew comes to the house and Revelation starts. So the continuity is completely fucked beyond belief. It is just, someone took a massive rubber dick and just shoved it right up the ass of the continuity and was like, yep, fuck the continuity, we don't need to explain jack shit. And how did Richtof and Sol already get to the house? Like, we know that the Souls are the children in the house. So how is Richtof and Sol already in the house at the end of Origins? What the hell? It makes no sense. Oh, deep breath. Calm the fuck down. I think that is the end of my rant. I hope you all had a good time watching me rant and get super pissed off. I don't actually hate Revelations as bad as I make it sound in this video, but I thought it would be funny just to make a video where I rant really hard and complain about some of the things that I do dislike in this map. As always, like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more content like this, share this video with all your friends, follow me on social media, god damn it, I've told you to do that in the last couple of videos and nobody does it. I'm serious this time, and I will see you all later.